I'm Savannah. Welcome back to Designing Forsaken Legacy, the series where I talk about my characters for the show I'm making here on YouTube. In today's episode, we're going to be meeting a retired guard and 2 of the Forsaken. So, I'll let you guys watch the time-lapse and see you for the first character. So, this is Captain Thorn. In his younger years, he was the head guard of a village called Mossglade, but he retired to move to a border village. For now, that village is called Meyervale, but feel free to comment suggestions in the comments down below if you want to. He is a Highlander Shorthair, originally known as the Highland Lynx, and his personality is friendly, practical, and calculated. He rolled to have snow-white fur with caramel markings and stormy gray eyes, as well as a lean but muscular form, and noticeable strength in his spine, which I tried to make clear with how he holds himself. He may be old, but he's got some fight still left in him. He took a job training the guards of Meyervale, while his wife runs the local tavern, which is the location you saw in the intro. For his shape language, I went with squares to show that he's a tough guy. And for his colors, I color-picked directly from the reference images I was using. For his outfit, I went with a simple tunic with, I'm pretty sure the thing around his waist is called a bandolier, and a belt, as well as arm guards, and I gave him a fox pelt to wear, which I imagine is a trophy from his younger days. I looked up a reference, and foxes are surprisingly not that much bigger than cats. From descriptions in books like warrior cats, you would think that they're huge, but they're only about a head taller. That being said, I did decide that animals will be same size relative to each other in nature, so the foxes in Forsaken Legacy will be about a head taller than a regular cat. And the tigers in the Kingdom of Lightning will tower over the citizens of the Kingdom of Wit. I liked the idea that just because they're bipedal doesn't mean that they're smaller. So that's all I can think to say. I'm going to let the rest of the video play out and see you for the next character. This next one makes me sad. This is Mina. She's a leopard from the kingdom of Soul. Their gift is the ability to see the threads that connect others. And I decided that they traditionally name their children after plants. Mina is named after the Mina lobata flower, and her personality before becoming a Forsaken was dreamy, gentle, and anxious. She was married to one of the main characters, Iris, but their bond shattered when Mina was turned into a Forsaken. She has pale aqua eyes, a scar running down one cheek, and her eyes glow faintly. When she became a Forsaken, she gained sharper claws, webbed toes, a fin along her back, and her tail flattened at the end like a fin. Her sound design is the distant sound of thunder, and her Forsaken instinct, which I've mentioned in previous videos, is that she stargazes. I've added tragedy to that by saying that that is something that she and Iris would do every night to try to soothe Mina's anxiety. Mina retains her ability to see the connections between living beings, but she also now has the ability to create chains made out of shadows, which she uses as a hunting technique. As for how she was turned into a Forsaken, well, we'll meet that character next. Until then, I'll leave you guys with the time-lapse, and see you for our final character. So, a couple videos ago, I introduced you guys to Glasstap, who I said hurt someone he shouldn't have, and that led to him becoming what he is now. This is that someone. Her name is Sever, and she is the first of the Forsaken, and only one who can infect others. In her life, she worked as a social worker and scholar, born in the Kingdom of Soul. She was calm, kind, and patient, and for the safety of Glasstap's child, she took the child. After Glasstap did what he did, Fang found the body. Using his recently gained godly powers, Fang brought her back, but in doing so, accidentally turned her into the first of the Forsaken. The first thing she did with this new form was hunt down Glasstap and bite him. That is how they discovered that Sever is infectious. Anyone clawed or bitten by her becomes a Forsaken. It is a slow process, taking anywhere from a few days to months. Sever treats everyone she infects as if they're her cubs, with the exception of Glasstap, who she despises. She is the only Forsaken who kept her pupils after transforming. This includes the generals and their lieutenants. I haven't fully decided on what that means for her, but I'm leaning more towards it's a symbol that she hasn't fully lost herself, which just makes her all the more tragic. As for the design itself, I used circles for her shape language, and she rolled to have misty green eyes and one eye with a visible cataract. As for the features she got from being a Forsaken, she has a lot more than average, but that's only because she's the first. Some of them are not shown on this sheet because I was having troubles drawing them. The sharp spikes on her back leak fog. She has an unhingeable jaw like a snake. Her front legs are extra long like an ape. She has semi-translucent claws, slitted pupils, and a snake-like tail. I was going to give her scales on her tail, but for ease of animation I got rid of that and just gave her patterning that kind of looks like a ball python, I think it was. As for Forsaken Instincts, she has more than average, again due to her being the first. She paces in a small circle when she's idle. She reacts emotionally to certain smells, plays with inanimate objects like toys, and she doesn't blink unless looking at one of her cubs, in which case she'll do that slow blink that cats do when they look at something that they love. As some of you have already figured out, she's the cause of Mina's facial scar. That scratch is the source of Mina's infection. We'll learn more about that in the show, but for now, that's all I have to say. See you for the outro. So that's all the characters I have for you today. The next episode will be focused on Season 1's villains, 2 lieutenants, and one of the generals. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And until then, I hope you have a wonderful week, and I look forward to reading those comments.